Hello, best friend. Why you laughing?
It's like when we just got up here, like, and then Curious was like, and I'm out, and he like ran and ran out, like, okay, she on the air.
Mm-mm-mm.
Ooh, ooh.
Okay.
You gotta love my house.
Well, yeah. It's Poetic Divas LLC. Put some respect on it.
Because we do. Ooh.
And Lord Jesus, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, we hope y'all had a great week. We had a blessed week. We still
Yes.
kicking. I'm in another location.
For real?
See, my background's a little different. Don't mind me. Had to take care of some other responsibilities, but we could not neglect y'all. So we are still here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna get my wine.
Okay, I'm gonna pour my wine.
I can't pour my wine because I'm in a different location. But I do have some wine poured. So we're gonna have our one glass stories.
Are we gonna have a story tonight? It's gonna be story time.
I mean, it's always story time. Hey Ed, it said Friday beautiful time. We miss you.
Okay.
We do. How have you been? Okay, so is it time
your
to
palate is yes, your palate. Cleanse it before we start.
It's not bad, but it's not my wine selection at the house. But nevertheless, hey Candace. Candace said, "Hey Queens." So yeah, how's your week been? We'll start with you, best friend.
Well, it's been a Monday through Friday. Wednesday was in the middle, hump day, and I helped the workplace, the workforce, my work.
Ooh. So I feel like hump day has lasted all week over here as well.
Yes.
I had to go out of town to work. And it's okay. It was okay. Just ready to get back home to my bed, my environment, my little world. So,
right.
Just praying for traveling mercies back home.
Oh, girl, we got that. You know, you stay prayed up.
Yes. And so, yeah, I know we got a couple of poll topics tonight.
We do, as I pull them up from my lovely tablet.
Yeah, we might have a little story time. I don't know.
Yeah, I love stories. Okay.
Might do a little poetry, This
Oh,
we
sure,
want to
let me pull that up too.
So, so what you pulling up?
No, we're doing all new-ish, all new, unfinished, unheard of, outside of our trio, But,
Oh, you done put me on the spot like that. Ooh.
Oh, you was gonna do some old-ish, old new-ish?
No. I'm gonna do whatever comes up in
Right.
my phone because that's just the type of week it's been.
Look.
But I mean, before we get into that, yeah. What kind of polls we got for these 2 weeks? I know they.
Okay, so we had two very classy, like the Divas poll. Well, so the first one we had was okay. So look, we didn't really have too much of a nasty poll this time. So it was really interesting to see that we had like kind of PG-13 rated polls. And yeah, and I don't know. I think like people prefer the nasty stuff, although they jumped on the nasty Earl of the two. I mean, one, I guess nobody. Okay, so let me just go ahead and read. So the poll was, do you feel like a pushover? That was one. Two, people were scared to answer that. I guess they were scared to dive inside themselves to answer that question. Therefore, we didn't get too much of a diverse response to this one.
Okay.
It was sort of like a dead even. So it was like a 48% to, you know, the rest of them.
So like 48-52, something like that.
I mean, that's what the poll said. I think it's really inaccurate because a lot of people walked past go and did not collect their $200 by pressing the poll yes or no. So that's just my own personal, you know, thought process. Whereas the second poll, and I know we're going down the order here, it don't matter, it's our show, we do what we want.
Oh, Lord.
The next poll was, have you ever, they ain't gonna say nothing. Have you ever experienced a sexual connection with someone that was unexpected? And everybody say yes.
I feel like we need more information. Like, because there's levels to that, but I'm not gonna even start. We're gonna.
I mean, my whole thing is like you didn't want to answer if you're a pushover, but you want to admit to the world that you've had, you know, sexual connections with people that were unexpectedly pushovers. I mean, that's just in my mind. It was just like,
oh, they pushed you over unexpectedly, or you unexpectedly fell over on something. I mean,
right.
I see where you're going with this. I see.
That's why I said,
So
something don't smell right, Lucy. But
so which one you want to talk about first? I mean, you know.
Yeah, well, let's go to the 100% that yes, you done had some sexual connections with someone unexpected. I have questions like, why were they unexpected? Who unexpected them? Were you not expecting them? Like,
a lot of times you don't be expecting it.
Like, are we thinking like, think of it. We was in a club, 1996. We were looking good. We were fly. We were walking up in the joint with our crew.
Not the joint.
Up in the joint with our crew.
And
we walk in and DJ shout us out. What's up, Poetic Divas? That's right. What's up? Taster's Choice. They don't know about that. But still always been Poetic Divas and Taster's Choice, right?
Right.
We go and find our little spot. Everybody buys some drinks at the bar and stuff. And then all of a sudden I'm like this at the bar. Yeah, let me get a white Zinfandel. That's when I was uncultured and uncouth. Let me get a white Zinfandel.
Wow. How dare you?
And I'm sitting there like this at the bar.
Sipping
so
nicely.
Ooh. Yo. Your best friend do that. He might get kidded tonight. Lord. And then you go on about it.
Oh, Lord.
Which may or may not happen. But then this show probably happened in some kind of context.
So, I mean, if you're okay, I would say unexpected would be you're doing something mundane, something just ordinary, and someone brushes up against you, or y'all run into each other accidentally, and you feel energy or chemistry. I think, see that. Ooh. I'm just talking about that, and it did something to my soul a little bit. But those are the type of interactions that, you know, I think fall into that category. You know, just my opinion.
Well, yeah, I understand. I agree. You know, that was just, yeah. But if that is the case for me, Msdaliatwentytwo and half a Poetic Divas, not necessarily that of the experiences or the agreement of NakitaJay Poet. That's most of the dudes that I end up, you know. I'm just saying, like, if I go back and pull my audience, like, because I do a lot of community service work, I could have been in the community working with folks.
Jesus Christ.
I could have went to a poetry show with my mamas and my best friend. You know, I could be a soul fry just like walking across the yard. I mean, all of those are chance encounters where you can or cannot come across somebody you might be sexually attracted to. I think the question is not have you been attracted to someone sexually, but what did you do about it? That's the better question. Or did you not do anything about it?
Sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you have to let the moment go. Mm-hmm.
If I had one wish.
No, ma'am. No.
To my baby's born?
No. Absolutely not.
This is what happens when I sleep all week. You just
and this is what happens when you don't sleep all week. So apparently this is just gonna happen. And I don't know.
And you're welcome. You're welcome.
If y'all got any assistance, like any words of wisdom. Oh, remember that poetry?
That was I was just about to say that shit.
Oh my God, that was some good times.
That was. Oh my God. That's when we didn't know the house was a house.
Wait a minute. What was it? Words of wisdom, keep it spoken. Man.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Right.
It took me back.
Oh
if
my
you know,
God.
you know.
I'm still waiting on this poetry in the park trip or whatever. Well, wasn't it called Poetry Retreat, Poetry in the Park? What was it?
Well, we got some comments. It said, it's been a couple of years of trying to get past the hump. I know that's right. Sometimes that hump just stay humping and not in a good way.
Nope.
And always, hey, he says, good evening, ladies. And then Ed said, how many sexual connections were only fantasies, though? I mean, that's a very valid question. Very valid question.
I do have a bunch of ex-baby daddies.
What?
You know, my future ex-baby daddy, you know, the superstars that I would love to date, but I never do. So I always call him my ex-future baby daddy. It's an inside joke for me.
It's deep inside. Like, it's very core. I'm just saying because I cannot. And yeah. Now, I don't know why StreamYard is doing this to me. I think this is always, I don't know if you can see from your side.
Okay, let me look.
Says that they love that shirt. But
that's Courtney.
Courtney. Why is Courtney? I don't know why I can't see your name and it's really hurting me. It's really getting to me.
It's because you're not home.
Huh?
It's because you're not home.
No, it did this the other week. Oh. It's something weird. I don't know. Nevertheless, hey Courtney, mwah. Because I'm all late. I didn't know.
I don't blow my ponytail all to and fro. It's okay.
Yeah. So I guess I can say I agree, and I'm a part of that 100%. I've had some very unexpected encounters, work, things of that nature. It was not supposed to be that way, but it was.
Let me tell you. Story time. Don't spit your wine out, best friend.
Right, because I don't have no refills over here.
I know. Woo. So, back in 1962.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
When I was still in Rocky Mount, you know, before it was Murder Mount. Before it was Murder Mount, you know, it was just Rocky Mount when we lived there. I used to work at a hospital there, right? In the ER, I was chilling, you know, minding my own business.
Chilling in the ER. That don't go together.
It does when you on the clock.
I digress.
So I was chilling in the ER, minding my own, you know, Msdaliatwentytwo business. And every year when you work in a hospital, they have the new residents and the new interns and fellows. Like twice a year, you'll see them. New folks. You're like, oh, new folks. So me being me, I work with a bunch of women. I'm trying to see some eye candy. I'm trying to see what they be looking like. And every year I was disappointed. Until it was just one year. I was sitting there minding my business. It was like, we got a code in trauma room too. I was like, all right, it's my go. So I was scrolling in there, like, whatever. Like, I ain't had nothing else to do. I'm going in there, right? I'm doing what I do in the ER working. And I look up like this, and it is this fine Godiva chocolate man who was a doctor, new fellow. I was like, well, hello to you too. And he look at me, and I look at him, and we forget the person dying right there. It's like, hey. And then the nurse is like, yo, we need a so-and-so. I was like, oh, you right. But I'm like, made my whole year. Every time he would look at me, I look at him, and we'd just be looking at each other's eyes. And we'd be like, hey, how you doing? Never mind, I got like a whole, like a 20 cc syringe and an 18 gauge needle in this hand. Like, you need anything else? You good? All right, let me go over here and take care of this. Now that was some
see, that's those encounters, and it just be like, yeah, it'll paralyze you in the moment sometimes, and then you'll start to reflect on that thing, and sometimes acting on it can be good, and sometimes not acting on it can be good. So it just depends on the scenario. But yeah.
I never acted when I work. I never date anybody I work with. If I work with you on my main government plantation, you have a snowball's chance in the middle of a volcano in the seventh ring of hell for me to date you. That's just me.
It is just you.
I know. Maybe that's why I'm messing up. Maybe that's why I'm messing up with my life. This show has you pondering your life sometimes. You just be like, like I thought I was winning. Like I got the leather jacket and everything. It says winner. Like just... Okay. Let me take you a little mental note and a physical note.
I mean, it's yeah, I've been the complete opposite. I mean, not to say that it was any more or less successful, but I had some good times.
Yeah. It's always nice to just sit back and reminisce sometimes. I mean, you know, anybody in the audience listening, have y'all had this happen? Drop us a comment, a line, a toe tag, something.
Oh, Ed said ERs have never been that good for me. LOL. I understand, Ed. It's not good. The ER is not good for nobody, I guess,
to
really
visit.
Anybody that needs it, and maybe people that work there, you know, it's a whole thing. So I understand your concerns.
You're right, Ed. And I agree with y'all, but I'm built kind of different. Like I've been working in the medical field for 49 years, and I still like to tour random hospitals. As my best friend shakes her head at me every time we go out of town, I'm like, I wonder what that hospital look like on the inside.
And I did get some information about the hospital where I'm at. We'll discuss it later.
Ooh. You know how to talk to me, dirty. Talk to me, dirty.
And it was so random because the gentleman that took me on a tour of the city was like, hey, this is a really good hospital. I was like, oh my God, how did you know I needed to know this? Yes. Ooh. Courtney said, LOL, definitely had those moments. Don't always get the chance to act on it though. Ooh, I tell you, sometimes you just can't. And sometimes you look back, you be like, I probably should have acted on some things and not others. But you know, as long as we do what we can, you know,
you're in agreement and you know. Like you gotta know your limitations and when to just not cross certain borders.
Yes. So did you want to discuss The other pole.
Oh yeah. Okay, yep. Let me La Rancha Rita.
You can't be calling my restaurant.
I'm
Let's say
sorry.
deliver.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say it again. Because it's so contagious.
It
And
is.
like you say it and you
It's probably
smile,
my
like from
fault.
the depths of your soul.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Yeah, it is. We need
Oh,
we need a new place.
let's see.
Okay, so the next poll was, do you feel like a pushover? And again,
Mm,
I'm very I'm key on semantics and definitions. So like I just need to know in what context or what are we pushing over? I mean, we done pushed out kids. So technically, we were pushed over that hill of adult and parenthood. Um, but
yeah,
like in what context? Am I pushed over at work? Am I pushed over in my social life? Am I pushed over with friendships, with relationships, just in general? Like who is pushing me and why?
mm. And are
And
you
what are they pushing me over?
right? Are you allowing yourself to be pushed so you can be better? Sometimes pushing is good. Like
Mhm.
what we, and that's why I love these poll questions because it really makes you think inside and outside of the box or the boxes that you put yourself in.
Right.
Hmm. So I got to answer that, I guess, right?
Yeah. I mean, my question is, I don't consider myself a pushover.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Although certain people may disagree in certain facets that, because I am a very forgiving person to a fault at some points and times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not a pushover at work because I'm there to make my money and I make my money. So I'm going to say no, personally.
Hmm. Yes, it's gonna be a no for me. Now I will speak my mind, and sometimes I won't. It just depends on the mood I'm in.
Hmm.
And some may perceive my silence as compliance
Right.
or being a pushover. But
Well,
my silence is saving grace sometimes because the things that I think and say in my mind will really have people putting themselves back together like they fell off the wall.
yep. Hmm.
My honesty can be very brutal. So call it what you want, you know. It's all up to interpretation, honestly. But sometimes
Hmm.
you need to be a pushover if it allows you to not destroy someone emotionally.
Ain't that the truth?
Just my thoughts.
You're right. Absolutely. Because some things are better left unsaid.
True. Um, Ed said, hold on, let me go back up. The hospital here has its issues. I think a lot of hospitals have issues. Some are better at masking them than others.
Hmm.
And some get, the funding that they need to paint over the wounds and the wrecks. And some don't get that funding. Just depends on where they are,
Hmm.
the position that the county's in financially. It's a whole thing. It's all about money at the end.
Yep.
And it said if they push right, maybe. Now see, that's a whole nother thought right there. Like, yet again, what are we pushing?
Uh, Boundaries,
Ooh.
limits,
Oh, soft or hard limits.
depending on what you feel like.
See, don't start. Don't start. So, um, are you ready?
Yes. Oh, I was just pulling up my phone. See, you see, I'm trying to be with the programming.
You know, I'm not ready.
Okay, I was just
I'm
trying to.
going to prepare myself while you present.
Oh, I wasn't presenting right now.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
man,
We was
this is
having a story time. I did my story time. It was your story time.
Oh, I gotta do a story time? Okay.
Duh! I know they're tired of hearing my crazy antics.
So, oh God, story time. Ooh.
Started once upon a time. There was a beautiful maiden in a far off land away from her best friend.
You know, I hate story time because I'm a very private person, but I will say that so this week I have been working away. Um and I was working in a lab environment. And a lot of the things that I encountered made me think about you, best friend.
Oh, do tell.
Because I said, I know that she knows exactly what this is. Because we deal with a lot of things related to blood and plasma and, hospital machinery.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, man, best friend would really be good at this. So, and in addition to that, so whenever you start a new job, and I think I've been doing this job 3 months now,
Mm-hmm.
there's always, the getting to know people and trying to be hospitable, the politics of the office. So I must say that I am proud of myself that I was able to participate in the politics. I was able to, and I really have made some decent relationships, I must say. And the moral of the story is sometimes you got to open up and step outside of your comfort zone
Mm-hmm.
to allow yourself to grow in areas that you're not comfortable. And so that's my story time. That's all I got. Oh, and alcohol is a great conduit to learning about your coworkers.
Why when you said conduit, which I knew that's what you were going for, but in my mind, because it's the holiday season,
Oh
I was
Lord,
thinking the conjuring. And what are you gonna do a conjuring on her co-workers?
help me, Lord, help me, Lord, help me.
Tis the season.
Could be. So yes, is your poem ready? Oh, I gotta go first.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, come
Oh,
on, y'all.
so you won't ready?
I'm ready-ish. I'm reading a poem that I wrote back in '62. Uh, never touched it again.
Mm.
So this right here is going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, let me let you have the. I'm gonna go off. You let me know when you ready.
Go ahead, go ahead. See, it was a toss-up between two pieces of Scooby snacks that I really do need to go back and finish. I ain't had time. Don't judge me. Work in the hospital. It's the end of a pandemic, so they say. So, no title, maybe. I always love broke things. People, relationships that aren't worth saving, men, kittens, duckbill platypuses, and maybe a pig. Still, I try. I try to love them back to life, to save what is brain dead. I find it hard to pull the plug on anything but my own emotions. See, I love saving things, even when they hurt me to my core. If only to prove to myself that I am still worth saving. No, loving beyond what is broken inside of me. And sometimes I love both men and women, hoping to bend them to my will, pushing them to love every shard of me because I love the sight of my own blood cutting them. See, I chalk it up to the phlebotomist in me. And some say that being a medical vampire is tough. Well, the way that I am able to get blood from a stone cold people without breaking a sweat is something that it likens itself to a god or goddess. Yet, here I go again, admiring all the things I broke. But they were medically necessary, right? And I'm a frontline worker. So they say that pandemic exposes what is broken and shows our resilience and weakness at the same damn time. Where at the same damn time, I'm just tired of showing up at the same damn time every day, hoping for something better. Maybe that's why I can see the weakness of my coworkers in every patient I view. And maybe I don't want them to create a vaccine able to stop our death in its tracks. Maybe I just wanted to NASCAR its way to what's left of my heart. See, I was told that the more you repeat something, the more often it is destined to reconstruct itself into something that you will remember in the last place, even if it's the first place that we run to. See, I love broken things and people and God, and God is always listening to broken things and people. And the mistake is always that he answers the prayers in the most mute ways. I guess he was just speaking the language of our saints, of our sins, of our exposed viewpoints. And this Bible, well, this Bible is just the thing I need to love broken things back together again. So that's what I got for that one. Ooh, look at her. She was clapping. I got a whole big clap.
That was good because you know what? I know a lot of people can identify with that, especially the frontline workers.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why you don't want to, or you don't feel well, except for that doctor back in the day.
Yeah, she was one of many.
Back in the day, that might be why you're not often in a position to be attracted to the people you work with because you see them in such a tarnished state. I don't know.
Maybe, but mostly I just don't do it because the hospital is messy. If you ever worked in a hospital, it's like high school on steroids times 10. Like it's real. It's just so much.
Oh, that's every job. Every job got levels of petty. You have the people that's the tattletale. It's really just like school all over again.
It is. But it's something magnified within the hospital because we work so many long hours and the overlapping shift and you have so many opportunities to do stuff like that. It's real.
So tell me about these 12, 14-hour manufacturing shifts. We'll talk.
Yep, the same thing. When you have that many close-knit people in one area all the time overlapping, it's like the drama goes to like Pluto and back for no damn reason. And I'm like, why? And then you got those people that just want to make it hard for no damn reason.
Oh, Lord, I think your fur is about to stand up. So I'm going to go ahead and, put your fur down. Ooh, whoa.
You want me to read these comments real quick while you get ready?
Oh, I mean, I'm ready.
Oh shit, go.
If you want to do it.
Girl, I don't even know where you left it. It's a lot of comments. That's why I was just like.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Hold on, no, I got the hospital. Okay, Ed said the hospital had issues. Okay, if they push me right, maybe. Okay. Ed is like boundaries break. I'm talking about bending. No fairy tales, Ed said. Courtney said the hospital is worse, like drama, OMG.
It is. It really is. So I guess I'm gonna do this little piece. This is a little
slime me out. That's what he said.
Stop it. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. If love could be manufactured, what would you want your love to be a carbon copy of? Love never looks exactly like the picture you colored, yet you still hope for the colors to be vibrant. So I watch them. The longing in me studies them. I am captivated by the love in their eyes, the childish grins, freeness of spirits, the way they stared into each other like endless moonlight. I kept turning to catch different views of what love must look like. It looks safe, comfortable, peaceful, and I won't allow myself to be jealous. Envy is not my pursuit. I just want to follow suit. I'm in awe, mesmerized by what their love looks like. I haven't seen it until recently, this love. Looks like a rainbow following rainstorm. It looks like a fistful of forever. It looks like I may have never seen this before. I play hide and seek with our reflections for confirmation. And my desire is to keep climbing until I feel light on my feet. Transcend beyond all understanding, continue to levitate. I may be in love with the reflection. Reciprocity makes it seem like I'm loving me. It had to be the first time I thought I was in love before my wings were clipped away that I felt this way.
I feel this way right now.
Stop.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about right here. What I'm talking about right here.
So that, you got something else over there? What you got? See, don't evade.
I'm not going to evade.
You got something over there?
I do.
Hey.
This is some more unfinished. This is some more unfinished shit. Love unfinished stuff. One day I'm gonna have 5 seconds to myself to finish these poems and memorize them. But until then, you're gonna get these unfinished Scooby snacks. This one actually does have a title. It's called Blood. Huh. Have a thing to do. Anywho, he said I have issues with transparency, truth, and him. When the reality is, I only have issues with blood shed by your touch. This body rejects your layers of bullshit. I think it's a sign of cancer leaving his body and entering mine. And only this body only knows his touch, his grace, his caress, his empty promises as he empties promises into me. Is it because this is a knife or a dead man's curse? I don't know. All I know is the surgery will not save me. Instead, it will hold me dear to my heartbreak. And then his kisses would stitch me back together, holding us closer than when we attempt to reach God's favor and honor. See, most days I don't deserve it, especially when my tears mimic crucifixions on a Good Friday while waiting for Easter Sunday to usher its way back into our acceptance. See, this is because I always resurrected myself, swallowed your pain, and then gave birth to something that mimics disobedience, like a sacrament that I can never take. And this has got to be my adolescence acceptance of mere baby faith. You see, the only scripture I learned with you is that Jesus wept. But then he learned to walk on the mist of the ocean while these human legs, they failed me. Allow me to drop into a prayer stance. Only I can't pray to see my way out of this, because this right here is heaven on earth, and the earth knows best, right? Its gravitational pulls holds us down to the ground so that we feel stable enough to just stand up in it. Like the way you stand up in it. And frankly, I never believed that, stones could stand on water and you could walk on water. And the water that I'm referring to is me and this body. This body is water. It's ready for your nutrients. It's ready for you to swallow me whole, to replenish you. They say the body is 85% of it, right? So this other 15%, it's got to be your ego. It's got to be the way that you broke me. It's got to be the way that, I can't create any life here. It's got to be something that is not elementary. But then again, they always said I had issues. That I had issues with confusion, with despair, with looking at someone that was only just a room in my heart and not a home. They say rooms to go or something commercial like that could always house something that was so special to me. But the only thing you managed to house was broken cardboard box, some little foam peanuts, and what's left of my love for myself. That's what I got.
And you really say that that's not finished?
Yep. I just write these spurts. You know me, I free write like a cliff note little book. And then I'll be like, the poem in here somewhere. Just gonna figure it out.
Wow. Yeah, so I have a little short quote. It's real short. I feel like we were broken apart and shattered before we even knew we were connected. Now we check our reflections as often as we check our cell phones. We hope for confirmation of our messages getting through, but our conversations go through different carriers. Now I'm left carrying remnants of your smile in my spirit. This is confirmation that I cherished your heartbeat. The end.
Cherish the day, won't go astray.
I'm done.
Oh Lord, no. Why you just gonna put the tip in? You ain't even put the tip in. I ain't even get a tip of a fingertip.
That's because yeah, that was all. I just need some time to write.
We're gonna have some time to write.
Like seriously. I have a lot of ideas about things and concepts and mini pieces and beginnings of things and blah blah blah. But yeah. I'm a busy woman.
That's what he said.
What?
That I'm a busy woman. That's what he said.
I'm a busy woman. You know what? Nope. I'm not gonna get caught up in this at this time.
Why? Why not? Oh my gosh. That was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. I wish I could write love poems. I feel like I need to live a couple of more love stories in order to write a love poem.
That's not true. That whole piece that I did was on the love that I desired and I observed in somebody else. It won't mind.
But I feel like she just stabbed me in the eye and then put a Band-Aid on it.
That's what I'm saying, because you can write a love poem too. You don't have
The
to
last
be
time I wrote a love
love.
poem was in '84, and I don't even perform that piece no more.
I
And it
see.
really wasn't even a love poem. It was more like an attempt at defining love.
Sometimes you got to write it and make it plain for you.
True that. Like, I mean, do you find that the older we get, that the more we are less likely to believe in the fairy tale version of love and more
Yes.
likely to...
I'm sorry. I got really excited. Yes. I don't believe in no fairy tales.
Oh shit! Where's my fan? I gotta reach over here, find my damn fan.
I don't. And a lot of times I've honestly made peace with reality and with the present and with the possibilities. Like, I've made peace with all those things. It is well.
It is well. We ain't having church. We just talking about love.
I mean, that is the origin of it.
You right.
So,
I mean, here's another question. Do you find that, and I guess your answer is gonna be yes anyhow, as I go through my question in my head. Okay, better question. Would you, if you could go back and talk to us when we were in high school and whatnot, and give them a little Scooby snack of knowledge about love and the different versions of love we experienced us up until the age that we are, would you tell them to still do the same things? Or would you tell them to view love a little bit more poignantly?
I would tell the younger versions of ourselves to make sure that there is balance. That's it.
How are they
Don't
going to balance themselves if they don't really know themselves? Like, I feel like I was a little more naive growing up as opposed to where I'm at right now. Not naive to the sense that I was stupid, but more willing to allow people to skate on thin ice without them falling through. Now I'm just like, yo, bring me a fish bag when you fall through the ice, my G.
Oh Lord, we always got to get gangster. But no, still balance though. Balance at every stage. And simply because even back then, balance can kind of look like, be sure that what you're willing to give someone is matching. Or,
Right.
be sure that you communicate what you see is being given to you and make sure that that's what they are wanting to communicate back. Balance in the communication and the representation. It's just about balance, honestly, because, yeah, I found myself in a lot of unbalanced scenarios where there was no way that I could get what I needed because that person was not able. They just did not have it. And had I been more cognizant of that and able to recognize the fact that it was some unbalanced situations, I would have probably made different decisions. But I still say that I don't have any regrets. Because clearly, to be satisfied with the present, you had to go the path that you went. So, I don't know. That's my thoughts. What you think? What would you say? Because you knew I was going to ask you. I don't know how you going to just levitate and be like, oh, she be talking. I ain't she be talking. I ain't even going to talk about it. And you knew I was going to ask you.
I know. But like it's like a lot what you said. It's like you don't want to change too much because that's what alter who you are in this present day. And I love who I am in my present day. Like I'm an auntie and I'm proud. I'm part of NAP and I'm proud. I'm Poetic Divas LLC and I'm proud. I'm Msdaliatwentytwo and I'm proud. And I'm Damone and I'm proud. Like if anything, I would be less concerned. No, I wasn't even concerned with people in school.
Deep.
I would be more blunt in speaking my mind when I was younger as opposed to where I'm at right now.
So, you would have been a whole joint.
I mean, I didn't spit the joint out, but I spit the joint out. I'm just saying. I feel like the older I get, the more comfortable I am in all my flaws. Like, when you're younger, you tend to try to overcorrect the flaws, overcompensate for flaws. Don't show any flaws. The older that I get, I'm like, yeah, I got a fool for Ann. Yeah, I got some stretch marks, Ann. Yeah, I ain't got no patience for people, Ann. I don't want to do nothing, Ann. Whereas you're younger, you more so trying to impress people, trying to overextend yourself to certain things, trying to do everything in your own that's not in your comfort zone, but to make everybody else more comfortable. The older you get, you're making yourself more comfortable and people can come and go and whatever.
Listen, you tell somebody bye-bye so quick.
I ain't even got to tell nobody bye-bye. I'm like, you know what? From now on, I'm giving you the same energy you gave me. Times 10. So, if you don't want to talk to me, then you come back. I just keep reaching for you, but you never answer me. You ain't never answered me the first 2 times I tried. After that, I left you alone. Like, if you're not trying to make a point to go do certain things, like I'll tell people a lot of time, look, I want to do this. Except for y'all know where I'm going all the time. But like other people, I'm like, I'm going to do this. And then, oh yeah, I want to do it. All right, cool. Put it on your calendar, blah, blah, blah. I am not in high school to remind you what's on your calendar, your syllabus.
Your syllabi. Bye-bye.
If you don't look to it and adhere to it, why you ain't say nothing, Miss Dahlia? Because
I'm not your admin. I'm not your admin.
Right. I wanted to go to so-and-so. Why did you always go on somewhere tomorrow? Because, yeah, I will book a ticket in a minute. Most of the time it's with my girls, 95% of the time it's with y'all. But 5% of the time, sometimes, it took me a while to go anywhere by myself, too. That's why I love being the age I am now. Because I used to be scared to go places that I didn't know nobody at by myself. Now I'm like, I think it's time for me to take a trip. It's just like 2 days, but like, just to be comfortable to do that. Like, younger, you weren't comfortable. You were too busy concerned with how you look, how my body look, where I'm going, if I'm driving the latest, whatever, which that won't never be. All my cars are garbage, hot buttered, except for a couple. But you know how that mentality, I gotta wear the latest. I gotta be
basically.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was never me. So I'm like, yeah, I like this. They call me auntie at work. I'm like, and yep, shut up is. Auntie, table for one. Oh, none of y'all? All right, whatever. Let me know when you get here.
On it too.
Huh?
Put some respect on that auntie.
Right.
Come along.
I made it. We made it. Cheers.
My cup is gone. So I guess that's the end of our story time.
Yep.
But we do have announcements.
I don't know what they are. She can tell you.
You do know what they are. We have a show coming up on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First of all, we have an opportunity event in Rocky Mount For bedroom candy, we're both bedroom candy boutique consultants. We are candy coated. My lipstick is unexpected, a little nude, and I have the Throwing Shade Safari palette on, I believe. Yes. And so if you don't know what that is, then I don't know where you've been. But basically, Candy Burris of Atlanta Housewives started this amazing opportunity for women and men to have their own business.
Say it for the men in the back.
Men and women to have their own business. I had to say it one more time, just in case somebody's, walking by. But we have a live opportunity event coming up on the 29th at 11 o'clock in Rocky Mount. If you want information about that, if you would like to attend, if you'd like to join our team, you want to join our team. We're the $1 million team in bedroom candy. That's in our lineage.
It's 3P, right? I don't know what the. I don't even know what the I don't even know what the next year. We're gonna have 4P next year, but I don't even know what that's gonna sound like.
Right,
but 3 years strong like Viagra in this game.
So so that's going on, and then we'll be back in Raleigh. The area will be given to tickets that are purchased. You will find out the exact location in Raleigh. But we have our event, DNA, getting booed up with your mind, body, and spirit. You can come dressed in your Halloween get up. You can come trick or treat, and you will get some other type of adult candy. We got swag bags that we're offering, so purchase your tickets. If you want more information, we'll definitely have it on Poetic Divas. And if you follow either of us on our page, you should see the link, as well as our third partner, Miss Adrienne Charleston, aka Butterfly. You know her. Get your mental life together. So we'll have a couple of breakouts where we'll be talking about getting your mind, body, and spirit together, your intimacy, your mindset, your sexual wellness. We're going to be in the building. So come and spend some time with us. It'll be an intimate setting. Tickets are limited. So that's all I got, best friend. What you got?
What else we got? We got, of course, we have bedroom candy coated, butterfly flow. Okay. Got you in the scope.
All day.
Msdaliatwentytwo.
All day.
And then what else do we have? Oh, Best Friend Chronicles. Duh.
And that's what right. And we have in 2 weeks we'll have another special guest. So you should stay and stay in the loop so you won't get missing in the loop.
That's right. Make sure to check out the polls every Wednesday, each and every Wednesday around noon-ish is when I post this. And if I falter, hit my DM and say, put the poll up. How if I need my 2 cents into the show? And I'm like, you right. You right. But yeah, so tune in for the show. What else? Everybody has merch. Everybody has books. Everybody needs merches of books. And do something nice for yourself. I tell y'all that mostly every day. Like, put yourself to bed. Do something nice for yourself. By bed, I mean, mind your business, grow your edges, and avoid anything that you deem unnecessary. I avoid dick pics. You just do what you want to. I don't care. But do something nice for yourself, because we don't do something nice for each other.
Oh, we got a couple comments. Ed said, "Love tried taking poetry from me, and we're not gonna have that. No. We're gonna keep pushing for the love and the poetry." And he also said he wished he could make it up to the event with Butterfly. We're gonna see. I feel like you can make it. We're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna see how we can work some things out. We would love to see you. And if you can't get up here, we're gonna get down there.
Yep, we definitely owe you a birthday, a hug and love, and because we ain't seen you in a minute.
So we love y'all. Good night, and we out.
See y'all in 2 weeks.